Hey Gurus, it's Alphas again. Today we are going to explore something different other than the usual projects that I was doing in my videos. I thought of starting with a unique subject, but everything is covered everywhere. So I was planning to set up uh, something that helps at least for someone who is setting it up first time or some intermediate users. Of course, it's not for the advanced users. I forgot to talk about the subject. Yeah, this is nothing but the Tor way of setting your anonymity. Yeah, it's all regarding Tor uh, onion routing and other stuffs. Different ways of setting using browsers and operating systems. Um, it's pretty basic. In fact, I'm not going to explore any onion sites or any other black market sites on this first tutorial. Here we are going to set up our lab, how to get access to the Tor-fed sites. Um, yeah, we can go to the lab and start working on the Tor-fed path. Yeah, before that, I would like to show you one more browser. Uh, sorry, I forgot to mention one more thing. Majority of this lab setup was configured in VirtualBox. It is recommended to test it all the setups in real time with a live USB. Not everything, but some of the operating system configurations. It's better to check with live USBs uh, for better safety and privacy. I'm sorry for the background noise. My mic is not that much good to clear out the unwanted noises. So excuse me for that. Yeah, let's dive into the lab. Yeah, first we will look into how to set up our anonymous lab, and not anonymous lab, anonymous way of browsing using browsers, different browsers. Here, this is one of my favorite browsers. It's called Epic. Epic is fairly simple to use, and it's a customized version of Chrome. Yeah, it's Chrome, so beware of your RAM when you're using this one. But if you ask me, this is pretty easy to use one. Yeah, this is a website where you can download this one. Here, everything is here mentioned here, how it works, how the traffic is going through their VPN, and currently there are some servers in 8 countries. And yeah, it is like that. I think it's opened in Epic itself. Yeah, actually I have Epic installed in my local machine, so it's pretty easy to use. As I said, there's a green button on the right top corner. If you click here, you can switch on and off according to your need. And here you have different choices as per their documentation. I think it's 8 countries. They have set up their VPN servers. So the traffic, whatever we search, it goes through these servers. Uh, yeah, you can pretty easy to change the countries according to your wish. If one of the servers is blocking you to access some materials that you are searching for, you can change the other countries and test your accessibility. As an example, if you check here, like if you uh, check your IP here, say it's from a German IP. So I'm going to the next tab, or even the same tab you can try. I'm going to do Netherlands. Let me check it's switching real time or not. Yeah, it works perfectly. Like you can switch between these countries according to as per their documentation. It's 8 available options now. So you can try this one before going deep diving into the Tor network. Yeah, it goes through their VPN connectivities and is completely encrypted traffic. You can try this one if you are interested in. Again, as I'm saying, it's a customized version of Chrome, so maybe your RAM will be an issue. But usually I do use this for before I'm going directly to the Tor connectivity. It's pretty useful for me. So if you want, you can try. And one more thing, if somebody else is using some other browsers like this, you can mention that on the comment so others can make use of it. What my plan is to make it as a one-stop shop for privacy, anonymous browsings, and other stuff. So if I'm missing something, definitely I'll be missing something because I'm not going to cover everything here. So please mention something that I'm missing on the comments so others can make use of that. If you can provide the link or whatever you are mentioning, it will be useful for others too. Yep, and that's it for this one. Yeah, the next one is the Tor one, the actual Tor project. Uh, I can show you here. Tor has different projects currently. Uh, the one here I'm going to show you the demo of the first one is a browser one. Then we will move to different operating systems that comes with by default Tor install, or you can make use of installing it. Let me take you to my. It's pretty straightforward to install it. You just download the Tor browser version according to your operating system and just install as per the normal installation instructions mentioned there. It's a wizard basically. You can just click next and finish off the installation. Once after you install, it will be like this. You can see. Yeah, so it is there in my virtual box. Yeah, it will be something like this. You can see an icon here. If you just start it, basically when you are starting this one, it when you are trying to connect it, it starts Tor service on the background, and everything is the traffic, whatever you are browsing over this browser will be going over that Tor connectivity. Let me connect it directly this time. Yeah, basically according to your, yeah, it's connected. Yeah. So we can check Tor project. I think there's some website, something like that is there. You can check it and confirm it whether you're using Tor or not. Yeah, this one. Yeah, see, now you are connected to the Tor, and this is basically your IP. And one more thing before connecting or getting into this. Anyway, in this video, we are just exploring different ways of getting connected. If you want to explore more deeper into this one, try to create some fake identity services that you can make use of. Some free services available. I'll be covering those kind of steps on the next part of this series. So here basically we are just exploring how to access Tor, how to set up your Tor, and just ensure your anonymity. At least just start with that. Let me verify this one. Yeah, it's Germany, and you're getting it's showing something different here, and here it is different. I think it's IPv4. Here it is showing an IPv6. It seems. Yeah. Anyway, this is you are Tor-fired. You are on a Tor-fired network. So basically, you can whatever what you can do is you can search for the normal sites using the onion routing. As per the theory, I forgot to mention one more thing. Before getting into this one, please try to explore more about Tor and how it works. Um, I can give a brief. What happens when you are browsing over the Tor is there will be two I mean, from your browser, from this browser to the destination, there will be at least bunch of, at least there will be three nodes. That's how it works. Uh, those three nodes will be, I mean, the communication between our machine uh, to the destination machine. Everything is going through the nodes, and that communication is encrypted. So basically, uh, the big daddies can't see. That's what we believe. That's what the research says. Yeah, I have to believe that too. That's my expectation. Yeah, yeah, it works like that. But here, when you're connecting directly to the Tor network using the public available Tor IPs, the main problem is there's a concept called exit nodes. Exit nodes is the last node that connects to the destination server. Yeah, yeah, it's like that. So that list of IPs are well known and is easy to block you if you are using Tor using direct connections. Direct connections mean directly when you're trying to connect to a Tor network using the well-known exit node IPs. And it says that exit nodes are controlled by the big daddies, big guys. So be careful on that. Um, there is no meaning to say to be careful on that. Something that we can't avoid. Yeah, I'm always accepting the fact. Uh, but I think it may be, even though they are doing something there, it will be somewhat difficult for them to trace you back to the exact location. But uh, anyway, we are not doing anything malicious here. At least I'm not doing anything malicious. I'm just using Tor for my research purpose. So be careful when you're doing, if you are planning to do something malicious. Yeah. So what I can show you here, as I said, I was connecting to this using normal Tor connectivity. There's another option, it's called Tor bridges. What it does is like, uh, you can go to the connection, network connections. Before connecting to this network, uh, there's an option called bridges. As the explanation says here, it helps you to access the Tor network in places where Tor is blocked, depending on where you are. So its bridges are a way of the same process is working there, the Tor onion network, but bridges are not exposed to the public. Uh, no exit node list. It's these bridges you are getting on basis of request. So when you're using the first time, you just click here, and here actually I already requested the bridge. That's why it's showing like this here. Only thing you have to do is you just click on the request new bridge and wait for at least 1 or 2 3 seconds. You will get this one, this bridges. And after getting this is the easiest way to get bridges. After getting these bridges, now you connect to Tor. So this time not going through the normal exit nodes. Um, as per the theory, it uh, is. I think they are not exposed these bridges um, everywhere. So at least you can ensure that is something that you can bypass the census in your country if the Tor is blocked in your country. Yeah, just try to explore this one because anyway, the place where I am, they are not blocking Tor here. So normally I'm using uh, the normal connectivity. But if your case is something different, you can make use of the bridges to get connected to the onion side. So any other normal sites that you are browsing. It's not only for connecting to Tor. but you can use it for your normal browsing too. So yeah, you can make use of any of this. I'm not going to cover this bridges option going forward, but this is a recommended way of doing it when you are, if your country is blocking you for using Tor. That's it for the browser session. Yeah, something. Let me go to my presentation. I just organize it because I normally forget whatever I'm planning. So yeah, in Windows there is another. Not only in Windows. Wherever you are using this Tor, there's another option to make it as service. So basically, what you can do is uh, just open up your command prompt and go to the browser where the I mean go to the place where the Tor is running and just move to that and just apply this command hyphen service Tor. Yep, this will install Tor as a Windows service. I mean, when if you are using Windows. So just enter this one and check your services. Yeah, once if you install using the command that I showed you now, it will be, I mean, Tor will be installed as a Windows service in your machine. And the main thing you have to do here is, it's not recommended, but if you want to use Tor, just set up a VirtualBox and just click on the, go to the properties. I'll show you this one. Right click, go to properties, click on logon, set just local system account. Otherwise, it won't allow you to uh, run Tor as a service. Currently it's running and just going to stop this. I will show you the benefit of using this Tor service. Like instead of running it on the actual Tor browser, if you want to run it using some other browsers, you don't need to start the Tor browser. In fact, you can just install the Tor as a Windows service, then ensure that it's started, and before, if you are getting some error, probably most probably there will be like this because of this reason. um, the local system account, just set this one and start to as service. Here you can, I just made a simple application to check it. Like where is command prompt? Yeah, yeah. I will show you uh, after stopping this one. This is a sample simple application that just see it tries to get into this site using the proxy that runs on this port. Yeah, one more thing. Normally, Tor runs on TCP port 9050 in your local machine when you're uh, installing Tor, when you're running Tor browser, or when you're installing Tor as a service. It opens up port 9050 in your local machine. So the application is simply trying to connect to this proxy 9050 port and trying to get connected to get the IP from this one. So just because the Tor service is not running now, it's making an error. So I'm starting it now. Just let me check it again. See, it's working now. That means in my current system, there will be a port 9050. See, this port is opened in my machine, local address. So I mean, you can ensure, you can troubleshoot, or this is one of the ways if the port is actually opened or not. So if you can, after seeing this port, at least you can ensure that that's some, I mean, well, Tor is running on this port. So you can make use of either, you can develop your own applications to get connected to the Tor and go to the target website you are trying to connect. Either you can make use of applications, or you can make other browsers to use Tor. An example, in Chrome, uh, on the shortcut, you can just mention this command. It's nothing but hyphen hyphen proxy server equal to source file, and then the slash backslashes and the forward slashes, and this one. This is nothing but the Tor port on your local machine. Once if you do this one, and if you open Tor, I mean Chrome, and see here, and if you check it somewhere on the threat intel sites or somewhere, you can ensure that this is Tor exit node. You can check yourself that. And if you want, we can just confirm it by checking the Tor. I forgot the site, that site's address. In fact, check Tor project. Yep. See, even though we are using a Chrome as a browser, just because we have set up our shortcut using the proxy server and the source and the Tor port, the Chrome is sending all the requests using the Tor service that is running on that port. So you can make use of this method, or you can make use of the other Tor project browser. Uh, According to their documentation, it's always safe to use their own browser. So yeah, try to do the same thing. Uh, yeah, this is a main difference. Um, the best part of this one is you don't need to start the actual Tor browser here when you are installing Tor as a service. When you're installing Tor as a service, you can make this service to use either to inform your browser to use this service, or you can make your applications. You can write your own custom-based applications that makes use of Tor to get connected to the internet. Yeah, this is regarding the Tor service in Windows. Set Windows service. Yeah, that's covered. Let me check what I have. Yeah, this is another interesting part. The Torified operating systems. Yeah, this is pretty easy, in fact. Uh, I will show you how to do that. I'm not going to show you how to create that operating systems in VirtualBox. At least I'm expecting that uh, familiarity from you. If you don't know how to do that, you just do a basic search. It's very easy to set up. So here I already configured, no, not configured, I just created one diskless operating system setting here. So I'm selecting that one on the settings. Here, the Tor has, oh, I forgot to mention the operating system name. Yeah, there's an operating system called Tails. Tails is basically, mm, It's an operating system that enforces everything, uh, every traffic over Tor. Whatever application that you are using, if it's going to get connected to the internet, Tails ensures that that's going through the Tor network. So that's another best way of using it if you don't want to mm, mess up any other settings. One of the other best thing is like you can either you can make use it as a live boot option, or you can make use of a USB to boot into that one to make it bootable using Tails, and then you can just use that everywhere. So here I'm going to show you on how can we use Tails in VirtualBox. Let me show you the site. This is a Tails site. You can just go here and download this image. It has different images. In fact, I tried to download the ISO image, and already have that downloader. It's 1.2 gig file, so we can try to download. Once if you download that one, just come here on VirtualBox. So yeah, I think VirtualBox is the best option here. Or you can make use of any bootable media softwares. Create, I mean, like if you want to make it live USB or something, you can make use of Rufus. That works pretty well on all the operating systems. That's what I use normally. So if you are using something else, it's fine. Uh, so where was yeah, yeah, on the VirtualBox. Yeah, yeah. This is another. It's just a simple option I created for ease of use. Doesn't matter. You can create it whenever you want to use Tails. If you go to the settings, it's basically Tails is based on Debian package and Debian operating system. So they have added everything based on top of Debian. So just set up your Linux as Debian 64 bit. I mean, the current version I have downloaded is 64. I think that's the only version. I didn't check the 32-bit available or not. So this is the one. After setting up this one on Debian 64-bit and Linux, if you the next thing you have to ensure that you are setting RAM. Here in my machine I have enough RAM, so I just given 5 gig for this one. It's according to your if you have very good high-end machine or something, you can give more RAM to this one. Usually it doesn't, I mean 4 gig is enough to run this one. Now go to storage, and here I will show you after removing it if somebody is getting confused. Here normally you can see an empty CD icon here. So what you can do is just click on the empty icon, and the right side here again the CD icon, you just click on that, and just because I already used this one here, it shows up here. What you can do is first time you just have to choose a disk file and select it from there. Here I'm selecting it from here. mm, and the network is normally it's by default is NAT, so just leave it that there. You just start it. Yeah, it has this live live mode, so you just select that. Wait for some time, let it load. I'm sorry if my voice is going down. As I said, this mic is not that good for recording. Yeah, but this is my first tutorial I'm beginning, so please be patient. Mm, yeah, let it load. Yeah, this one, start tails, select it and start. Yeah, the best part is you can make use of full screen without installing any guest editions or anything. So yeah, I'm just making it as full screen. Here you have the same options that we used on the previous browser section when I showed you. The one that helps you to connect over the bridges, or you can connect directly the easiest way. Here, as I'm saying, we are not doing any magic here. We are just connecting using the easiest option. So I'm just connecting to Tor. So it's yeah. Now the operating system started the Tor services and connected to the Tor network. Um, so what this operating system is doing, whatever you are trying to get connected to, I mean, it doesn't matter uh, what applications you are going to use in this OS. If that application is going to get connected to the internet, it ensures that traffic is torified. Means torified is not an official word, in fact. Uh, it ensures that traffic is going over the Tor network. So just like the other operating systems, you can start using Tor browser, and usually it recommends, I mean, experts says that don't uh, maximize this browser. It has valid reasons why they are saying that. You just do a basic search and find it out what exactly why they are saying don't maximize your browser. Yeah, it's you can click on the torch and just see the same project. It's connected to the Tor. This currently we are what's the benefit of this one is we booted into this operating system from a bootable ISO file. So when I'm going to shut down this one, there won't be any traceback. Like nothing is there. It's not writing anything anywhere. It's not installed anywhere. No hard disk. Means like no permanent writing anywhere. So this is one of the other safest ways that you can use to boot from a bootable media and just shut it down after you use. You are not touching any hard disk or anywhere. So it's a kind of anti-forensics. Mm, yeah, to a great extent, you can say that. Yeah, and other thing, it has a lot of other applications that you can make use of. One of my favorites, this one. Actually, I will cover these applications on a later video. I forgot the name of that one. There's a file sharing app. It's very easy. Yeah, it's Onion Share. Yep, is Onion Share. This is very simple to use. Just drag and drop your file and just share it with your recipient. I'll show you how to do all these stuff in a later video. In this tutorial, mainly I'm focusing on how to get connected to the Tor network. Did I mention that the onion sites? Yeah, normally, oh, did I miss that? Yeah, normally people try to browse the onion sites using Tor network because onion sites are only available over the Tor network. So Either you can, as I think I have mentioned that, either you can make use of for normal browsing, or you can make use of for accessing onion sites. It doesn't matter. So this is another way of getting connected to the Tor network using the Tails OS. Tails, as I said, it is an official distro from the makers of uh, the actual project, so you can trust them. As I said, if you shut down that, nothing is there, nothing left. In fact, I didn't write anything, any information on any hard disk or anywhere while I was doing this one. So it's a kind of, yeah, anti-forensic or something, what we can say. Okay, what I the next one? Yeah, this is another one of my favorites. Kodachi is Ubuntu-based Linux, and this is it's an amazing project. In fact, you can download it from SourceForge, and from here, the latest version is 8.9. I think I did 8.8 or something. I don't know, the same thing I downloaded. So this is really an amazing project. I will show you the demo of this one. Where is that? Oh, where is my virtual books? Yeah, I already downloaded this one and installed in my virtual hard disk. Uh, I mean, you don't need to install this one. In fact, there's an option while you're booting first time. It asks you for live booting or persistence booting. If you go for the live booting, you feel a bit slower when you're accessing terminals and other functions there inside the OS. But if you are doing persistence, it is pretty faster. But I did install this one. Personally, I like this the way it works. I will show you. This is, yeah, you can directly download it from the source fortinet, and you can try that. Just initially, I told you that Epic Browser has their own VPN service. So currently, it has 8 countries set up on their VPN. This Kodaki has, it's really an amazing project. Like when you open, when you once first time when you're loading it, this is a desktop that comes up with by default. You have to wait for some time because it's getting connected to the VPN, and then it connect to the Tor. That means it's more secure. Basically, it is everyone is saying. I mean, normally it's a more secure way of getting connected to a VPN first, then you access your Tor projects. Again, depends on how your VPN uh, behaves. Like every VPN claims that they don't share their logs with anyone. But again, it's a matter of belief. You have to believe um, because you are not the VPN provider, so you are purchasing someone, so you have to believe them. So this is a um, let me make it full screen. This is the dashboard. Actually, the desktop. It shows it's restarting because I just made it full screen. Here you can see it has some VPN connectivity, and why it's not coming? Yeah, it's coming up. Everything is, I mean, most of the information you can see here. Don't look into my ISP. Uh, here is using the oops, it's going. It won't be an issue if you're using it separately in a separate machine from a hard disk booting. It doesn't matter. Just because I'm using it from a virtual box and I just made it full screen from the normal screen, so that's why it's just resetting everything for us. See, this Tor IP is we got it from Korea, and there is a VPN option. Where is it? Yeah, our current connectivity model is like this one. From the ISP, it goes to the Kodachi's built-in VPN, then it goes to a Tor, then it goes to DNS script. And privacy area, you can see ISP, VPN, and DNS script. Anonymous, ISP, VPN, Torify, and Tor DNS. That means this is the one I was talking about. Either you can buy your own VPN, you can just select any good VPN provider and connect to the VPN, then go to the Tor. That makes it a bit more difficult for the big daddies to chase you back or to see whatever you are doing. So here this is the best part is get connected to its own VPN service, and yeah, everything is going over the through the VPN through the door, then it reaches the target network. So I, this is a lot of things happening uh, as a built-in service here in this operating system. So it's really good to have a look into this one. It's really interesting, and you can see a lot of stuff here. This is a toll-fed shell. See, you can see this shell actually. So if you try to uh, get, I think curl -s https. What is that? IP info.io slash. I'm expecting this one, this IP. Oh, something different. Yeah, it's showing something here. I think the Korean IP. Yeah, this is a flooded. I think this. Yeah, sorry, this was a VPN. Yep. This is a by default VPN is connected, and the request that when you are requesting this service, it, it is going to show you the Torified IP, the Tor IP that's you are getting from Korea that is displayed here. Yeah, basically it's up to you what you are going to do with this one. Uh, you can do whatever you want, but be careful. At the end of the day, all these things are it's a kind of anonymity is a kind of myth in digital world. So don't don't be too naughty to do something serious or something malicious. But of course, you can do anything for your research purpose and try to explore more options. If you and there is another normal. See here. Let me check whether there's any difference on this one. This is a Torified shell, and this is a normal shell that's connected to this VPN. This is not going over the Tor. In fact, this is going. This request was going through the VPN. So the IP that you got here is same as the VPN IP that got connected to that got connected by default the VPN. I mean everything is will be showing here in this dashboard, so it's easy to check it and verify it. So this is a normal terminal. Normal terminal in the sense the terminal that gets connected to your VPN, and this is a Tor-fed shell. That means the activity that whatever activity that you are going to do to reach internet will be going over the Tor uh, using this VPN. So basically one thing you can ensure that whatever activity, just like the Tails OS, whatever activity you are doing, you are behind at least one or two layers. Like first the VPN, then if you are going over the Tor, then the Tor. So if you want to browse if you want to do something directly using this shell, you will be behind the VPN. This is VPN and Tor. This is just only VPN. But either way, this is fine. Is not your IP that's revealing. And not only this one, it has a lot more. Just like the Tor Tails OS, it has a lot more applications. Yes, of course, it has the Tor browser, just like the other. Um, just like the Tails one that I shown, it has this browser, and yeah, you can just also Tor check. Uh, I forget that. Just to ensure that is we are connected. Yeah, it's showing some. Slow, slower than the other two because it's going over so many layers. Yeah, you are connected. Yeah, it's working fine. Yeah, this is another option you can make. Is I mean, this is one of the best options. In fact, Kodachi Linux. From a user experience and user perspective, I feel more uh, privacy or anonymity here. Again, I'm not saying that these VPN providers is connecting is somewhat secure or is very secure or something, but at least I can say that I am bypassing some kind of censorship on the place if the place where I'm putting if they are trying to put some censorship on my browsing, I can at least try to bypass that. It's not only for bypassing stuff. In fact, if you are interested more in researching uh, more about the onion sites and other related stuffs like black markets, malware markets, ransomware markets, a lot of interesting things are there. You can try to explore those stuffs using these kind of operating systems and available tools inside this. There are a lot of tools, in fact, inside here. So the best part of these tools, whatever it is, like whatever tools you are selecting, and if you are trying to get connected to the internet, everything will be over the here in Kodaki, everything will be over the VPN. Then using the Tor network, it goes to internet. Some applications you can, as an example here, there's a unsafe browser, something is here. Oh, it is not here. I think I saw it on the other Tails one. Anyway, yeah, this proxy chain option I will show you later on other operating system. This is another option to get connected to Tor, but I will show you that later. Uh, Either you can make use of these browsers. If you are not using Tor, you can select some normal browser like this one. So this ensures that even here you are not exposed. You are connecting to the VPN. You are connecting to this VPN when you're browsing normally in this operating system. So here in this operating system, there's less chance that you get exposed to your who is going to look into your browsing. Oh, I mean, this is my expectation. Again, yeah. So I really recommend this one just to have a look. Of course, the Tails is really good option. Plus, this one is really good. In fact, this I do spend time on this one personally to explore. Even I'm learning this. Actually, even I have used the previous versions of this one, but the current update made it very convenient. The latest version that I showed, 8.9 or something, is very convenient to use and it's very easy. They have made up a lot of changes on the dashboards and the way they arrange the stuff. I think here uh, VPN version, same thing, 69 195. Yeah, it's the same thing. I thought it's something. Yeah, it's just the desktops. That's it. Yeah, this is another option you can make is if you want to explore. I highly recommend this one. Try to do some experiments with this one. Yeah, that's the other one. What else there in this one? Yeah, this is other interesting area. Whonix is what I can say. Whonix is a set of operating systems. In fact, it has a gateway and a workstation. So basically, you will get an option to download an OVF file. It's a VirtualBox setup file. So what it comes with is two operating systems. One is, I mean, is based on Debian, in fact. One is a workstation, another one is a gateway. So how it works is the gateway has a torified option, like the gateway has a Tor service running, and from the workstation, when you're that workstation is getting connected to the gateway using an internal network called Whonix. I will show you that. The first thing you have to do is you just download this one, the graphical version for ease of use for the beginners. So once if you download that one, and it's very easy to extract it. After extracting this one, you will get a OVF file. So once if you get the OVF file, you just do an import appliance, and after importing this one, by default you can see these two operating systems. One is gateway and one is workstation. So what you have to do is just start your gateway first. This is another good way of getting anonymized because here also have multiple layers. So it's always recommended to browse from the workstation, not from the gateway directly. So here it is. Yeah, everything is started. Just minimizing this one, just starting my workstation. Yeah, workstation has started. So here I'm going to take my browser. Yes, I think there's an option to IP check. Yep. Don't think it's a complicated setup. It's very easy. It use They have done every complicated setup for us. Only thing we have to do is we just download this, and when you're downloading and importing this one, you can see two operating systems. One is workstation, another one is gateway. Start the gateway first, then the workstation. Once the gateway is up and running, you can just come to the workstation and you can start browsing from the workstation. So as showed you, everything is same. After this, you can just go get into this onion sites or whatever site you want from here. How the traffic goes is like from the workstation, the traffic goes to the gateway that is running here. Where's the right gateway? Yeah, gateway is running here, and the actual traffic is going from here to the internet uh, after torifying the network. Like Yeah, it's going through the Tor. It's very easy. Uh, this is this is another way of getting multi-layer layer of anonymous setup. All these options are really good, but Whonix has its own way of setting. I mean, for forwarding traffic from workstation to gateway, then gateway to internet, gateway to internet using the Tor. So this is another way. The best part in this one is we can set up. It doesn't matter the workstation needs to be the same workstation, but it's recommended their workstation is very, I mean, more safer than our usual setups. But you can make use of your own operating system to send your traffic over the gateway. I'll show you that how to do that. This one is the same. After this one, you can just here also, just like the other operating system, it has a bunch of applications and try to explore that one. Mainly, you can make use of this one for browsing. Uh, there's that. Uh, let me. Oh my God, I'm just losing my. I'm very sleepy. Where should I close this one? Yeah, I'm just closing off, powering off this one. Let it go there. Okay. By the way, it's very odd time for me. It's 12:20 a.m. Yeah. Next one. What was the next one? Oh yeah, I forgot to show you one more thing. When you are using this one, always try to update your operating system, both the workstation and the gateway. And by default, the password will be change me, and you have to you just ensure that you are changing that after you installing this. So I think I already have an update. So this is nothing but I'm just updating the entire, getting the updates and just updating the entire distribution. So always try to do either you can make it as a script and keep it there and run it every time, or you can, if you are really good in typing, and I'm really lazy to do that, so I just kept it as a script and I just run it. So it basically just ensures that everything is up to date. Yeah, I do that normally whenever I'm using this one, so it's normally my system is up to date. You have to do that the same thing there on in your workstation also. Yeah, the same stuff. One more thing for the next option before going forward. I just want to ensure we have to. The next one we are going to set up is uh, send our traffic to the Tor network using the workstation, Whonix workstation. I mean, using the Whonix gateway. So for that, what you have to do is you have to check the IP of this one. Yeah, this is the one. This is IPs, subnet, the CADR, the program. So ifconfig slash sbin. Yeah, this is a net mask, and currently this has a IP of 11. So it's very simple process. What we are going to do is we are going to set up the same IP range of this gateway, and we are going to provide this gateway IP as our the other operating system's gateway, and DNS, everything will be this one. So this is the case, and this is a IP that we are going to use for our gateway. I'm not confusing you, I believe. Yeah, let me show you what we are going to do this. You're just noting it down. This one tends. Oh no, not this one. Sorry, this is a IP from the VirtualBox NAT. So we are ensuring that yeah, this has IP10 and the same subnet. You can see this. So this is IP10 and the workstation has 11. So what we can do is we can just assign 12, 13, 14, something like that for our operating system to just send our traffic over using this gateway. So what I can do is, yep, it's going to destroy everything in this machine. Yeah, the first thing you have to do is go to settings, network, go to internal network. You can see after installing the Whonix Gateway, you can see this internal network uh, in your VirtualBox settings. Select that one and just click OK. Then you can see this one is no internet here. So basically what we have to do is we just open up the network settings, properties, edit, manual, IP4. Right. Here we have to manually give everything like IP address is what was IP address for this 10 152 152.11. So basically you have to give one that either 12 13 or 14 or whatever it is, the same subnet CADR range IP here. Then the subnet length is 18. Gateway is this one. Gateway is 150 to 150.10. This is the IP of the actual Whonix gateway. You have to give your gateway as that one, and the preferred DNS is same as a gateway. And you just save it. Everything will be. I'm not doing it because I have a script for that one. I will show you the script. Uh, Open with notepad. No. I will show it in the PowerShell itself. This is nothing but the same activity that I showed you manually. Just go there and do that. Assign it everything manually. You can just run this one. Basically, it's just setting up everything the same. I'm setting my IP as 13. Gateway as a Whonix gateway IP. DNS as same as a Whonix gateway. Then the type is IPv4. Then I'm getting my actual active adapter from here and assigning the IP, then setting up my DNS, default gateway, then my DNS. Everything is done using the script. So once if I run the script instead of setting that manually, because why I did this one is every time. Otherwise, I had to go and check it. I had to change it every time manually. So this is the best way. If you are interested in automating stuff, you can feel the same. In fact, here. So what I'm going to do is PowerShell, uh, PowerShell hyphen execution policy bypass. Where is it? Let me go to the path. Sorry. the best thing is go to what I'm doing. My God, losing my losing my mind. I'm really sleepy. Let me finish this. Yep, CD. Yeah, this one. Then PowerShell hyphen execution policy bypass because I have the restriction. Current default one has a restriction to run this kind of scripts. Set is not no, I know why it is because it's not PowerShell. It's easy to if you go to the path. I'm expecting this will work. At least it's not showing something. Yeah, it worked. Yeah, it's very easy. Like the only thing is the only command you have to run is PowerShell and bypass it. If you are not having a restricted execution policy, you can directly run this using PowerShell and this one. Now, yeah, I just assign my IP. Otherwise, the only thing, as I said, if I'm not doing this one in this way, every time I have to go there and change this one. So this is the best way. Yeah, now I have the IP, and you can see that now it has the internet access here in this machine. So let me check. Uh, Check the Tor project. Yeah, see. Now this browser is using Tor, but we are not directly using Tor. We are using Whonix Gateway to get connected to the Tor network or to the internet. Just because we have used that, we have seen that now. How did we set this up? Yeah, the only thing is you just ensure that you are setting an IP. Your gateway and your DNS IP should be the gateway's IP, and you should assign an IP that is uh, not already taken by the workstation if you are running the workstation. And you can assign something on the same range to ensure that you are connected to the Whonix gateway. Yeah, the same thing you can do in fact on Linux. The same process. IPs and everything is same. Only difference is just commands. Oh, sorry. 369. Yeah, now, oh, sorry, I forgot to change my settings. My current internet settings as a NAT, I'm going to change this internal network and Whonix gateway. Boom, it will go now. Network connection wired. Is that active? Yeah, it should go up. Oh, does it have connection now? Let me check. Yeah, nothing is there. The same process we have to repeat here. Like here, if we check, I think we don't have any IPs here. It's still it's showing one IP. I don't know from where it is getting. Did I change that? Network internal. Oh, it's disconnected. Yeah, a bit slow. It's fine. So as I said, cat. I just did the same thing, just like the PowerShell. I did shell script here just to change that IP. It's very easy here. Yes, you are just putting the current active one down and just assigning your new IP. This should be the same range of IP. Net mask is same there. What we have shown, I mean what we have seen there in the gateway. And here we are setting the default gateway as the Whonix Gateway IP, and we are doing. I'm just taking a backup of the current name server file, resolve config file, and adding name server as this one. This name, I mean, this is a default one. If you check here, as is explained on the previous Windows section, the gateway and the name server are same. It should be the same as the gateway of Whonix Gateway's IP. Then we are just making the interface up and just everything will be running fine. Set Whonix. I will be uploading all these scripts to my GitHub later. I will be creating a new project there just for this series. So I'll try to upload every scripts that connected to this one. A bit more scripts are there. I will show you in the next session. It's a bit faster. You are on the torchfed path. Now you just ensure you got a new IP. Yeah, you are on the new IP. Is it restarting? It's disconnected. It's not coming up. It should be. I don't know why it's slow. No, no, no. Seems something went wrong. What it could be. I'm going to run this one again. Yeah, probably this time it works. Let me check it again. Oh, there's a link for the check project. No. Okay. Proxy service refusing connections. Which proxy server? Oh, did we? What was the IP of this one? IP check. This is 13 and 10. It should work normally. I don't know what is wrong. Let me net mask is same. the same gateway. Let me check it. If it's taking too much of time, I'm going to skip to the next one. Normally it works. Yeah. It's too fast. Just it's a lengthy video now. That's so. Oops. Oh, one second. I have feel that I did something wrong here in this. Did I set something manually? Oh, sorry. This should not be. This I think I did set it for testing something else. Let me try this now. Yep, crap. These are some smaller things that you forget. Yeah, I did test that. I mean, I just set this up for testing my application. I mean, my other applications that I was testing. I was writing some code to test something, so then I set up that one. Here, yeah, it works well with just like the Windows one. Everything is fine. So just ensure using spelling mistakes. Yeah, this is the same way. Like it's very easy. Easy concept is very easy. Like you are setting, you are just instructing your operating system that make use of the Whonix gateway as the actual gateway to the internet and the actual name server. So whatever traffic you are trying to browse, when you're trying to reach internet, it goes to the Whonix gateway, then it reaches to the internet after getting over the Tor. So these are the different ways of setting up using Whonix gateway systems. You can directly go with Whonix workstation and gateway, or you can start the gateway, then you just set up the IP of this gateway to your operating systems you are using. Just to instruct the operating system that you are going to use Whonix gateway as your main gateway. So just make it that multi-layered connections. There is another operating system that is one of my favorites. It's called Qube. Unfortunately, that doesn't work with VirtualBox, so I don't have any option to show the demo here. But you can try that too. That has even more multi-layered virtual machines, more secure. I'll try to create another video for that. So these are the different ways of getting access to the Tor. I think, yeah, one more thing is gate using the proxy chain. Yep, for the proxy chain, I can show you here. Network, no, this one. Did I miss something else? I planned something. Yeah, I covered this one. Updating this one. Yeah, uh, just a reminder for you. Just whenever you are trying to run Whonix Gateway and workstation, try to update and upgrade the systems before getting connected to your actually if before starting any work on that, try to update the system. Ooh, yep, Windows traffic over Whonix, Linux traffic over Whonix is done. Yeah, default password for the Whonix system. If you don't change anything, is change me. Always try to change the password after once if you log in and set up everything. Yeah, the next one is the Whonix Gateway. No, not the Whonix Gateway. It's a proxy chain. Yep, it's been late night now for 1 o'clock for me. Yep, here. We are no. Actually, I didn't cover any complex situations here. I didn't show you any kind of onion sites that you have to go and deep dive into. Here in this part, I'm just mainly focusing on how to, what are the different ways of setting up your Tor activities using different operating systems and different tools. Here, there is another tool called proxy chain. You can make use of proxy chain also to mm, di- direct your traffic using Tor. So what you can do is uh, there's a file called proxy chain config. Uh, Look at proxy chains. I think you'll get the file. Yeah, this is the file. Now, oops. By default, I think here this tool is basically useful for redirecting your traffic over the proxies that you set up here. It has a lot of options. By default, on the letter, I mean the proxy chain 4, this one is uncommented, so you can make use of this one. So for connecting to your Tor network, the only thing is you should ensure that your Tor service is running in your machine where you are making use of proxy chain. So what I have to check is service Tor status is inactive. One more thing is very easy to install here. I mean the Tor service. Just say apt install Tor. You will get latest version according to the repository they are maintaining. Normally, it's same for most of the operating systems I use. It's very easy to install Tor directly from their repository that they maintain. So I'm just starting Tors here, and yeah, let me check. Did I do yeah cat XY chains? Yeah, this is another test I have done. The good thing about proxy chain is either you can make use of your browser uh, to start the proxy chain. It's very easy to start proxy chains, either proxy chains or proxy chains 4. Both use the same config file, so it doesn't matter. You can make use of anything to start. Either you can make use of Firefox or whatever browser you are using. Then you just mention uh, the site you want to visit. So what happens is proxy chains ensures that the Firefox is sending a request to the site that we try to visit uh, using the proxies set up on inside the proxy config file. In this example, we just set it up as a Tor proxy. So that is something running on 9050 port on the same machine. Do I have Firefox? I don't have Firefox. It doesn't allow me to run as a router, so I had to just go back and run. I mean, it's same like normally it will work. And the easiest way to do is I just did a script file just using the curl command, so it's very easy to test. So what I can do is I can just run the script uh, xy chains. See, this is sorry, I shouldn't theoretically I shouldn't expose my IP to you, but this is my current IP that I'm into, and this is the IP over the Tor fed proxy chain. This should be a proxy. This should be a Tor exit node IP. I'm pretty sure. So the script is just doing the same thing. If you check the script, the first curl is a direct curl without any proxy options. So it's a direct. My ISP is resolving everything for me. And the next one is a proxy chains. Proxy chains. Using the proxy chains, we are using the curl command, and we are doing the same thing here. This time, this request go over the Tor and is try to reach this site. So that's why we are getting this one, this Torified IP. And not only for this curl command, you can make use of proxy chains for a lot of to start your other tools using proxy chains. It has a lot of other usages. You just try to explore that too. This is another way of getting connected to the Tor. Anyway, all these methods, one thing you have to ensure that the Tor is running in your machine. Either you can, the difference is that either you can make use of some operating systems that has built-in Tor, or you can download the browser bundle. Then you can, otherwise you can run the Tor as a service in Windows and Linux. And if you're running as a service, the best thing is you can use your own browser. Just set up your uh, browser proxy option to the local proxy, SOX proxy, or you can make use of tools like proxy chains or your own custom tools to get connected to the Tor network. That's it from the Whonix way. Yeah, this is the most interesting, my favorite part. Yeah, do it like a programmer. Um, yeah, the main thing. But after this part, if you are not familiar with programming, I'm not encouraging you to go forward. But just have a look into this one. It's very, very interesting, and it's something very satisfying. In fact, apart from the other stuff that I did till now. So the first thing I will show you the simple code that I use here. I think it is here. Yeah, the check go is a simple script. It's in Golang. Uh, so basically, will it that open for me? Yep, not top. It didn't open the file for me. I thought it would be. Check go. Yeah, this is very simple file. Actually, there are two methods. Sorry for the coughing sound. My daughter has some disturbance. In fact, I am disturbing them. Is 1 o'clock here now. Not 1 o'clock. In fact, 10 minutes to go. Here are two functions. One is torified and one is direct IP request. On the direct IP request is just sending a request to the myip api.myip.com and just checking the response. And if the response is status code is 200, that means it's working fine. So it will have the IP, but I'm not exposing the IP here. And the next one is torified. What here is doing is there's an option and there's a package in Go. There you can set your proxy using the URL package. There's a method called pass, and you can set your proxy here. And you are making an HTTP client, and you are saying that your transport is go using this proxy service, and this one is just to ensure that there is no that SSL error. If there is an error, just go forward. This is not recommended one in when you're doing something very serious. Yeah, it's not a safer way. Yeah, whatever it is, we here these two lines we just set up the proxy and just ensure that this request uh, is uh, going through this SOX proxy. So the same process after getting into this one, after requesting that one is checking the status and printing the IP for you. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I'm just closing it. The only thing is you go just build it. Uh, build. What is the file and Tor check? Yeah, just run the Tor check. Uh, yeah, I was running the Tor. Ensure that your Tor service is running before running any kind of. Not only this application this is a sample code that I showed you. If you are making use of Tor service and if you're trying to redirect your traffic and or you are using Tor as a proxy, just ensure that your Tor service is running before your application is running. So this is the one. Yeah, it's getting connected to the Tor. It's very simple. I mean, the same way. It doesn't matter which language you are using. Every language has its own way to set up proxy options, uh, especially on the HTTP packages. Every language has, and Python has even more easier way, I think. The request package has more options. Yeah, that's another. I mean, that's a programming way of doing that. Yeah, this is a more funnier way. This is that literally you can get a shell from the victim, but it's not a practical way. But it's interesting to know that there's a chance of getting shell if the victim is running Tor and you are tricking the user to do something. But the stuff I'm going to show here is has limited real-time usage. But you can think of something else that just how to automate stuff and create some binary and trick the user or just think some other option. But I will show you how to do that to get a shell over the Tor if the victim is using Tor. And as I said, it's not a completely practical method to get a shell, but I will show you there's an option to get that we will explore here. The first thing is I'm going to do this using the Python because it's the easiest. For this reason, I love Python uh, because every other languages, when I checked, it had a bit complicated way of implementing stuff. But surprisingly, Python has a package called stem. Stem is basically a package oh, that helps you to create your own Tor services. If you want to host something, you can make use of stem Python package. I can just check this documentation. It's very easy to use. You can install this using the pip or any other. I think apt install stem Python. Some command is there. You just go through this document. You will get everything how to install that. By default, the current operating system I'm using is Kali Linux, and it had this stem installed by default. So it was easy for me to set it up. If you don't have stem, you just do it manually. It's not a complicated stuff to set it up. So I will show you the code. Yeah, it's here. See This is very simple in fact. So what here we are doing is we are from the stem control um, package, we are just importing the controller. So using the controller from port method. Oh, before doing this one, I have to, yeah, I forgot to explain one more thing. There's a file, in fact. What is the name of the file? Tor RC, right? No, this one. Did I finish? No, a bit more. Yeah, Tor RC file. Yep. You have to do a bit, edit a bit here. Yeah, here a lot of options are there. The main thing that we are going to use for this script to get worked is mainly control of controller, no, password. Yeah. Uh, Here there's a control port. This control port is actually useful for getting connected to the Tor programmatically. If your application is trying to get connected to Tor programmatically, you can specify this port if you are not using the 9050. 9050 is also working, but this has an exclusive option to get connected to the Tor network using your program. Your application basically can use this one. Any control applications can make use of this one. Maybe for the first time it looks a bit weird, but it's very easy to use. Here we are not going to, even if it's going, I'm not going to use this port. I'm going to use a default port. I'm not specifying any port in that application. And the important thing here is authentication methods. Here I just enable the hashed control password, and this is my password. Uh, this is a Tor-fed hash, if you ask me. There's a way of doing that. How is that? Yeah, Tor hyphen hash password. Yep. Yeah, I'll show you that. It's easy. Yeah, these are the things you have to update in your Tor file. Tor hyphen hash password my pass. Oops, my pass. So after running this command, you get something like this. You have to update this one inside the Tor RC file where I showed you the password control. I'll show you where it is. Just say password. Yeah, you have to just paste that new hashed password here. Once if you've done that, save this. Now go back to your code. And yeah, this is my very secret password. It's highly complicated. Yeah, this is the password. I set it up and I use the hash there, and I pasted the hash on the place where I showed you. And this controller is using authenticating the Tor connectivity using this password. And this create ephemeral hidden service is the function that helps you to create your own um, onion uh, services. Like there's a huge documentation for this one. Either you can create your own hosting service, you can host something there, you can do whatever you want. Um, but here I'm just creating a domain using this one, using the port 80. So what's going to happen here is after running this script, it's going to create a onion domain that will be running on port 80, and that port 80 will be whatever request that comes to the port 80, this applicant is going to forward that traffic to port 5000 in my same machine. So there are two things you have to ensure: that port, after running this one port 80, there will be a service on port 80 with a random .onion name. Then you have to manually start some service on port 5000 according to your need. Like maybe some application that listens as a server. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start a listener on 5000, and I will show you what happens when somebody is going to connect to this our onion service. Uh, Basically, we are going to take the shell from the victim. Okay, let me run this script so it will be more clear for you. And yeah, I have to run this using the Python 3. Yeah, one more thing, it's not Python 2 anymore, it's Python 3. I know the Python guys knows that. I'm not a big fan of Python, but sometimes stuff like this, Python works well. Yeah, see here, uh, the controller, the stem controller, create ephemeral service or something. That function I showed you that created an onion domain for us, and is listening on port 80 and is pointing to localhost 5000. So now what you have to do is we just start uh, start your netcat. Yep, netcat on port 5000. So what comes here, it forwards the traffic to 5000. Okay, this is our listener setup. Now suppose if somebody is going to connect to this uh, Tor Tor host that we created. Uh, Let me show you what happens. But it's not that real practical way of fooling someone to get connected to this one, but it's for fun. This is a most satisfying area. Doesn't matter how you're getting a shell, but when you're getting a shell, that's the most satisfying feel that you have. It's like, you just did something. uh, I hope at least someone can understand that. But I'm saying, if you are not familiar with the programming side, or any, if you feel this is a bit complicated, just leave it here. Just stop it here. Just go back and check the other options that we did, how to get connected to the Tor network. Yep. So let me. I have okay. Let me start my. Yeah, let it be this one. Yeah. Meanwhile, I have to share this one, right? So I'm not. I have a shared folder here. So echo. Yeah, I tested this a lot of time. In fact, echo this one. This was the most interesting part of this one when I was searching for the Tor network and other activities. So I tested it a lot of time. So I'm just adding this to one of the files on the share, just to ensure that I can access it on the other machine. Here we are listening. There is my window. I think it's a bit long video. In fact, I don't know how somebody is going to watch this, but yeah, let me After this, I'm going to stop anyway. Uh, so, mhm, cat media SF to sorry. I think this is the final one we did. Okay, just copy the first thing. So using this is why I'm saying anyway. The other thing says I'm repeating that again. This is not uh, a real-time convenient way of fooling someone to do this, but it's for as a programmer's perspective, it's my satisfaction. I'm just sharing it with you. Now you can just check it. It's really fun getting connected to Tor.onion site and getting a shell or using that. It's really fun. Copy paste. We're connecting with the port 80. Yeah. So before that, one more thing. That's another thing that we can. You will get this shell only if the user is using Tor or user is running Tor service in the on their machine. Then only you will get this worked. Otherwise, it will never work. Um, service Tor start. Yeah, I just started the service. So it's going to connect to 9050 just because we are going to use the onion site. Oh, I didn't add the onion site. You should add onion and it's going to connect to the port 80 using the source proxy type, and it's basically, yeah, it's sending the bin bash to our listener. So if everything works fine, it won't make any error. And here, yep, we got it. See, we got a connection from there, and just check ID. Yeah, definitely we root because we connected using the root shell. And yeah, just checking if config. I think it's not there. IP addresses. It's taking time. Did it get disconnected? Okay. If config command not found, the other command didn't reach here till now. Yeah, it's because of store. It's like a Tor relay. So I'm going over the Tor. It's a bit slower than the usual shell that we get, but it worked in fact. Yeah. See, this is the IP that we got connected, and just try name. Ah, yeah, this was a bit of faster. Yeah, this was the Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. Yep, it worked. I think I did cover pretty much what I planned for this tutorial. Yep. Yeah, that's it for now. Uh, I think it's a bit longer video, but what my plan was to make it like to just help for someone if they are trying to search for options to get connected to the Tor, and whoever is going to watch this video, either they can make use of any of these options that I explained here. Maybe there will be more options. If you feel it is useful for someone, please share it with those, and someone who are interested to learn something or who are interested to come into cybersecurity just as a starting stuff, they can try this one. Again, I'm just recommending basic Linux and Windows usage, and VirtualBox exposure should be there. Then only it will be easy for them. The other thing is, yeah, if you feel that I missed something, and if you have a better option to do something, uh, just comment it, and it will be useful for some others who is going to watch this. Yeah, that's all from my side. I will create my GitHub page, another project for this one. I'll upload all the scripts, including the reversal options and other stuff there, so you can just take it from there and try yourself. Yeah, sir, that's all from my side. The next one on this one is uh, for the I2P path to anonymity. There's Tor is one of the ways. I2P is going to be the other way that I will explain on the next one. Till then, yeah, it's a bye from Alphas. See you soon with the I2P.